All rappers can get wild, but some are crazier than others. Even though it's important to protect yourself, some rappers take it a step too far and expose their activities on camera. Here's a look at a few reckless rappers who have gotten themselves into trouble for being careless with a gun. Lil Xan. Lil Xan is a rapper known more for his viral antics than his music. He blew up back in 2018 with the track Betrayed, which quickly went viral thanks to the Cole Bennett directed music video. But his sudden rise to fame also came with a lot of negativity and hate from critics and fans who felt that he didn't truly respect hip-hop culture. This hate reached an extreme after the rapper went to the Revolt TV show on Cloud 9 and said that Tupac was boring. In addition to rating topics like Xanax, net neutrality, Kush, Bitcoin, and sex dolls, Lil Xan gave his opinion on the legendary West Coast rapper Tupac Shakur. When asked about Tupac, Lil Xan rated Pac a 2 out of 10 before shrugging and saying, "It's boring music."
It's boring music.
Revolt even had to put up a disclaimer to say that the views and opinions expressed in the video are those of Lil Xan only, so they wouldn't catch any heat on his behalf. The backlash from Lil Xan's comments was pretty immediate. Hip-hop media outlets like Hot 97 and The Breakfast Club clowned the rapper for his opinion. Comedian Michael Rappaport jumped into the conversation to trash the mumble rapper.
Some whack-ass, non-rapping rapper named Little Xan, Little Xanax, some pill-popping motherfucker, face-tattooed cornball, no skill, no talent motherfucker said that Tupac's music wasn't interesting.
And Waka Flocka Flame even said that Lil Xan was officially banned from hip-hop over the Tupac comments. Some younger rappers stood up for Lil Xan and said that they never really listened to Tupac that much either because it was before their time, but no one actually went as far as calling the legend boring. The video instantly went viral and Lil Xan caught a lot of hate. It got so bad that at one point, Xan had to be saved by police after being attacked by a mob of angry Tupac fans at a Del Taco in the city of Redlands where he grew up. In a video recorded during the incident, Lil Xan said that the media had twisted his words and that he actually believes Tupac is a legend.
For real, I gotta say something. The media twisted my words. I think Tupac is a legend. Tupac is definitely a legend.
But it's hard to say that the media twisted his words when all they asked him to do was give his opinion. He probably just wasn't aware of the backlash he would get for answering honestly. It got so bad that Lil Xan eventually admitted that it was messing with his mental health. He put out a message on his Instagram story that said, "Mentally not okay. Please pray for me," with a broken heart emoji before deleting his social media. After that, the rapper dropped off the music scene for a while and it seemed like he was dealing with personal issues. Then, in 2019, TMZ released a video of the rapper getting into a fight with someone who was harassing him in the parking lot of a gas station. It's not clear what started the fight because the video begins while they're already arguing, but the dude recording the video calls Xan a little b****.
You a from the guy, hey, yo, bro.
Look at this little homie.
Xan starts yelling back, and the guy just tells him to do something then, homie.
Do something then, dog.
What the you want, bro?
Hey,
Get the out.
At one point, the guy just says, "Y'all see this shit, right? Look at Lil Xan pulling a gun right now."
Get out.
Man, God, this motherfucker pulling a gun. Hey, y'all see this shit, right? Look at Little Xan pulling a gun right now.
Xan was on his way back to his car, but stops to turn around and answer the dude. Sure enough, Lil Xan has a gun in his hand, and he starts pointing it in the guy's direction while telling him to get out. The guy clearly isn't that scared because he just says, "Hey, pull that shit out again, homie."
Look at this motherfucker. Hey, pull that shit out again, homie.
As Lil Xan is getting back in the car, Xan waves the gun back at him from inside the car and calls the guy but doesn't actually do anything intimidating, and eventually the video just ends. The man recording the video was named Anthony Sanchez and had confronted the rapper over his comments about Tupac. Sanchez eventually sued Lil Xan for assault and battery, claiming the rapper inflicted emotional damage on him. Lil Xan posted a message online after the incident and again blamed the media for trying to twist what happened and claimed he was only acting in self-defense. It's not clear what the outcome of the lawsuit was, but the Tupac comment was the beginning of the end for Lil Xan's music career. Although he occasionally makes headlines for something crazy like this, the rest of his music can never quite live up to the hype of his breakout single. But if you thought that was crazy, this next rapper pulled out a pistol during a radio interview and pointed it at the host. Boonk Gang. Boonk Gang, now known as John Gabbana, is a rapper and internet celebrity who got famous for being reckless. Before venturing into music, the rapper built a massive social media following by going into stores and pretending to purchase an item only to run away without paying, screaming his signature catchphrase, "Boonk Gang, whole lot of gang shit."
Boonk Gang, whole lot of gang shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, run off with the diamonds in the bitch in the mall, you know what I'm saying? In the mall, you know what I'm saying? Got 100K right now, you know what I'm saying? Whole lot of gang shit, you know what I'm saying? 100K in the mall, bitch. Oh, Boonk Gang!
Often, he would end up destroying the inside of the store and other property in the process. Boonk has since turned his life around and decided to focus on more positive endeavors. But for a while, he was one of the most reckless characters on the internet, which is really saying something. But like Lil Xan, after a while, all the negative attention began to affect his mental state. One of the wildest moments during Bunk's early days was when he pulled out a gun during a radio interview with Hollywood Unlocked. In January 2018, Bunk sat down with hosts Jason Lee, Melissa Ford, and Giovanni Watson to discuss his come-up and viral fame. At one point in the interview, Bunk, who's also shirtless and flexing big wads of cash, pulls out his gun and casually points it at the show's creator, Jason Lee. Lee asks Bunk if the safety is on, and Bunk just replies, whole lot of gang shit.
We're gonna turn it on right now.
Hey, is the safety on that thing, man?
Whole lot of gang shit.
Lee tells Bunk that he doesn't feel comfortable having a gun in the studio, and Bunk just responds by saying, want me to bust some shots?
I wouldn't pull the gun out, and I don't feel comfortable having a gun in the studio. So you could put it.
Want to bust some shots?
No, not in here.
5.
Bunk tells Lee, I'm not gonna shoot you, but points the gun directly at him, which Lee clearly doesn't appreciate. Bunk eventually puts the gun down and continues on with the interview, but the hosts are clearly pretty uncomfortable and don't know exactly what to do. At that point, Bunk was just a professional meme, so he could afford to wild out even more than the rappers because his entire brand was based on being unpredictable and out of control. But Bunk's wild behavior would have plenty of negative consequences as well. During his come-up, he would be arrested twice within a period of 2 months, end up in the hospital after getting shot, and show up at a no-jumper live stream so messed up on drugs that he could barely speak. But after hitting rock bottom, Bunk decided to change his life and focus on more positive endeavors. He's given up his career as a social media personality and allegedly become a bricklayer for his uncle's pool company. Pretty wild change for someone who acquired over 5 million followers by committing theft and vandalism for clout. But it seems like he's in a much better mental state and no longer putting himself in life-threatening situations just to please the internet. But if you thought that was crazy, this next rapper and his crew pulled a gun on a security guard after his Range Rover was damaged. Lil TJ. Lil TJ is one of the hottest drill rappers from the Bronx. He's known for his auto-tune singing style and was called the Bronx Justin Bieber in his neighborhood because of his sound. But just because Lil TJ knows how to make an emotional track doesn't mean he's one to play with. A security guard who allegedly damaged the rapper's Range Rover had to learn that lesson the hard way. In an Instagram live video session back in July 2020, the rapper filmed his friends get into an altercation with the security guard outside of a building. One of his boys is shirtless and keeps taunting the guard, who's clearly getting fed up with the disrespect. Lil TJ eventually flips the camera around to show himself with the whole crew, showing about 8 to 10 dudes standing around a white Range Rover. At one point, the security guard has had enough and launches a big metal sign at the dude he was arguing with. The sign misses the target, but hits TJ's white Range Rover and then smashes into the car in front of it. TJ can be heard screaming, "We got poles too," as the rest of his crew circles around the security guard.
Chill out here, we got poles too.
Then, they notice that there's some damage done to the car, which is when they really start bugging out. TJ also tells his friend to chill out because they're on live.
Yo, Oof, yo, chill out more live, Oof. You don't want to have to blow his shit up on the live.
But his homies keep circling around the security guard and push him deeper and deeper into the corner. At one point, you can even see one of his friends with a gun in his hand as he struggles to put it back in the pocket of his sweatpants. TJ can be heard laughing throughout the whole scene. He even says, "You see, this is why you don't f with gang in them. We don't play. You'll never know the side of us, bro."
See, this is why you don't f with gang them, man. We don't play, man. Don't never know the side of us, bro.
He then switches the view of the camera back on himself and says, "But I'ma just chill out and not show y'all that," before ending the video.
But I'ma just chill out and never show y'all that. Chill. To be continued.
It's not entirely clear what the security guard did to piss off TJ and his crew. They probably got into an argument over something petty, and they felt like they could mess with him because they outnumbered him 10-1. But the security guard didn't back down even after a gun was pulled, which is why the situation kept getting crazier. If that wasn't bad enough, just a few months later, TJ would be arrested after the police discovered drugs and guns in the vehicle he was driving in. Back in December 2020, TJ was riding in a car in Brooklyn with 4 other people when they were pulled over for failing to signal while changing lanes. While they were stopped, the cop allegedly smelled weed and decided to search the car. During the search, police found 4 loaded guns and a large amount of weed. No one took possession of the guns or drugs, so they were all arrested for criminal possession of a weapon, marijuana, and grand larceny. Just a few days before that, TJ and his friend were searched by an NYPD officer during a music video shoot. They patted down him and his friend while they were on live, but wouldn't explain why they were being searched. So it seems like the NYPD had their eye on TJ and were just waiting for him to slip up. The rapper needs to learn to be a bit more careful with how he moves, because the NYPD doesn't mess around when it comes to firearms, and if the rapper is caught with the gun again, he could end up doing some serious time. But if you thought that was wild, this next rapper pulled a gun out in the middle of a Vlad TV interview. GM EBE Bands. GM EBE Bands, also known as Billy the Kid, was a white rapper from Chicago who was allegedly affiliated with the Black Peace Zones. The rapper first gained attention after doing an interview with DJ Vlad alongside 5 other dread-headed Chirac savages, where he broke down his affiliations and background in the streets. In the middle of the interview, he even pulls a pistol out of his pocket to show Vlad and everyone else that he's not playing around. Apparently, when the Vlad TV crew first discovered BMEBE bands, they posted a video for his song Demons on their website with the title, Next Slim Jesus, White Chicago Drill Rapper GMEBE Bands. The video shows bands in a white polo with a backpack on, going wild with a bunch of other gang members holding sacks of cash and money. Vlad said that he made that the title because he knew it would get a reaction. But GMEBE Bands clearly wasn't feeling the comparison. For those who don't remember, Slim Jesus was the white drill rapper who came out and said he wasn't actually about that life, just talks about it because it sounded cool. Bands tells Vlad that he's not the next Slim Jesus because he's been out way longer than him. The reason his music didn't go viral is that it's clearly more authentic. He said, "There ain't no foolery, motherfuckers using CO2 guns." As he says this, he even reaches into his own pocket and pulls out an actual pistol to show Vlad he's serious. His friends just laugh as he sticks the gun back into his pocket, and Vlad continues on with the interview like nothing happened.
I ain't blow up because my shit look real and authentic. Not no foolery. Motherfuckers using CO2 guns and shit, boy. Nah, man. Nah. Nah. It ain't like that.
Bands had a quick viral moment with that interview and will go on to rack up millions of plays on tracks like Boss Freestyle and When I Die. But unfortunately, the rapper's life would be tragically cut short after he would be kidnapped and murdered by 2 people that were allegedly his friends. But what the rapper said in the Vlad TV interview is true, that the reason his music didn't get more attention was that there wasn't enough of a gimmick to make it go viral. He had a tight flow and more authentic story that made his music genuine and heartfelt. But unfortunately, he never made it far enough to leave the streets behind for good. If you thought this video was crazy, be sure to check out our channel for more. From Suge Knight criminal history to King Von clowns his dead Opps on Twitch, we cover the most insane stories that you need to hear. Well, that's all for today. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Comment below what you want to see next. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss any great videos like this. Catch you in the next one.